Monday.com is a platform to manage your entire marketing team. From content creation and strategic planning to client requests and organizing assets.
software again tonight, so we won't be able to have the comments up like we normally do. But I'll be reading them out as I can. Interesting fact for you. Perhaps I should put an interesting fact on each one I do. How is everyone? We all ready? Bang! I'm here. How's it going? Loads to talk about that's happened in the last week. So we're going to be talking about what I've got planned. We're going to be talking about the builds. I'm hoping everyone's got their issue 27 of the Terminator. I happen to get issue 28, 30 and 29 as well. So, but yeah, it's good to have issue 27. So now they won't be going for £200 on eBay now. You can all get yourself hold of one of them. But no, how is everyone? This week we've only had an X-Wing video, a victory video. I really enjoyed the victory one. And we had another X-Wing video. And there's no video today. The reason for that is because this weekend I'm in London. So I'm going to watch the all-star-studded cast of Les Mis with Michael Ball and Alfie Boe and Matt Lucas. So great weekend away I've got. So what I'm doing tomorrow is I'm lining up 3 videos. One to be released tomorrow, which is probably either going to be a Terminator or an X-Wing for these next 3 days. And then Saturday and Sunday, again, it will either be a Terminator and a Back to the Future, DeLorean. So they're the 2 sort of builds that I'm going to be doing over this weekend. And then next week, I'm going to be getting to work on that launch again, doing the really difficult stuff of doing the inside of the launch there. I do love this. This is my build to date, this one is. But yeah, we're going to do the inside of that. Which means that after that launch is finished, the next 10 stages are all to do with the victory and actually completing the frame and starting to plank it up. So that's going to be good as well. Oh, Holty, thank you for the tips, sir. I can see the tips today because they're on the screen and I'm using the proper chat so I can see them. But I apologise if I don't get the chat straight away because I'm going to be talking about Coppa. And I know a lot of people are worried about it. And I did mention it on my channel that I've had to make some changes. First of all, Coppa is the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. It doesn't mean that children can't watch the channel. It doesn't mean that they're not interested if I'm swearing and children are watching that. They're not even worried about if I'm doing things which are not becoming of a child watching my channel. What they are interested in is if I mark my videos as not made for kids, when they are made for kids, Google target ads to them. So I don't know if you know that when you watch a YouTube video, it stores what sort of things you're watching and puts cookies on your system. So that way, when you're on Instagram or Facebook, that cookie can trigger and give you a targeted ad for something you're looking at. For example, if I was looking at the X-Wing, I guarantee I've got it now, actually. My Instagram will show that I'm the D'Agostini site with a Build the X-Wing. They're targeted ads. Well, YouTube aren't allowed to do that to anyone under the age of 13. I think it's actually 12 or under, but they have been. So back in September, they had a settlement of £170 million they had to pay. And one of the things that they had to do as part of the settlement, what they've done is they basically put the onus on us now. So if we've done a video for kids, and we haven't marked it for kids, and which means that now Google will still be targeting kids for cookies and directed ads, personalised ads. They could fine me £42,000 each video violation. So what I need to do is make my video not attractive to kids. Now, this is why I'm not worried. I'm not worried because here's my demographics. This is my current demographics for my channel. Now, as you see, they don't tell you what age before the 13 to 17 year olds. The reason for that is because they're not allowed to collect data from under 13 year olds. But as you can see, from 13 to 17 year olds, I'm on 0.5% of my views. That's nothing. I mean, my main demographic there is up to the 44-year-old one. So I'm not worried about it in my channel, but I did have to and ah about videos because they give you some ideas of what content is made for kids, and basically it's anything that's preschoolers. And the rule of thumb that I've been telling people on YouTube is if someone doesn't watch your channel and doesn't know anything about your channel and they were to watch it for 30 seconds, would they say it's made for under 12-year-olds or not? If your answer for that is no, then your videos are fine. If it's yes, then you will need to mark it as kids. Problem is with that, it's very ambiguous about what is made for kids, because it doesn't mean it's directly made for kids. It could also be what's appealing to kids. So, for that reason, I've taken the Marvel helmets down that used to be there. I put a katana there now. I was going to put the pulse rifle from the Terminator on the shelves at the back, but I haven't done that. I've taken down the retro corner. The retro corner's still there. Look, it's down there, but I've moved it until the Federal Trade Commission can sort themselves out. Now, they've got a hearing on the 9th of December, so this might all blow over, but I don't think it will, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I think all child-friendly content on YouTube is done and dusted. I can't see. And the problem that's going to cause is, do you think kids are going to stop watching YouTube? No, they're just going to be watching more mature content now. So I think it's going to have the opposite effect. As for the £42,000 fine, I live in the UK. It's a civil matter. They won't chase me. They haven't got the jurisdiction for that. What they do have the jurisdiction for, though, is to inform Google to close the channel, which is what they do. The Federal Trade Commission have never sued an outside foreign body. All they do is cease and desist. So really, this is an American problem, but it can affect me in that sort of way. So for that reason, I've had to make a few changes in the channel. Even the header card's gone. I've taken down all of those, I had the montage of the ships and stuff. That's gone now. So, but that's Coppa. Has anyone got any questions? Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't matter, Stephen Parks, if I've got the perfect time to swear. It doesn't matter if I do swear or not in the video. If the video is still targeted towards kid, they don't care what I say, even if it's not appropriate for kids. They're more interested in that they've been... See, basically, YouTube have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar where they were targeting kids' adverts to kids' content when they shouldn't have been. So, but this law came out in 1998. So, Google and YouTube have been getting away with it for years. But it won't really affect my channel. And the weird thing is, Minecraft, they don't believe is targeted at kids. So channels like Dan TDM, who my kids watch all the time, not affected. But Lego, if you build Lego on your videos, you might be on touchy ground, because they consider Lego to be child-orientated content, or the big hot word at the moment, toys. For that end, if I was to buy, I don't know, I haven't got anything now, a big Iron Man hot toy, you know how much they are, or the gauntlet from Thanos, you know, £200 or £300. They don't care about that. The FTC don't know about what's targeted at adults and kids. If it's that orientated, as far as they're concerned, it's a toy. So it might be appealing to that market. You see how ambiguous it is? Now, YouTube did an official video for this, and they said, look, if you're unsure, seek the advice of a lawyer. Well, I'll tell you now, if anyone's watching this, don't waste your money on a lawyer, because they'll say the exact same thing that I'm going to tell you now, that because it's so ambiguous, a lawyer is not going to advise you on it in case they give bad advice and get sued themselves. So until they decide what the hell is classed as made for kids content, who knows? But channels like the Internet Family and Evan HD, Ryan's Toy Reviews, I can all see those channels basically gone. So, who knows? Why is my Bixby clicking off? So, that's Coppa. I hope I've explained it. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, run by the FTC. Okay, let's go back to chat, and then I'll tell you what else I've been up to. Red Sea, lots of concerns regards Coppa in the scale modelling world, even though when you buy a scale model box, there's not a toy, not to worry. Right, Red City 1965, scale modelers don't have to worry. It comes under the hobbyist category, and as you just saw in my demographics there, the FTC wouldn't even touch it. Now, YouTube have already done a run of people's videos, and if some things are slightly dodgy and they're not quite sure, they've already been flagged. It doesn't mean that you're completely out the woods, but I didn't have any videos flagged. The videos that I've flagged, I've done myself just to cover my own back. So anything with my son Riley in it, if you've got a child actor in it, it's made for kids as far as they're concerned. I've got rid of my Thunderbird 2 has gone. I've sold it. That's gone. And I've told all of the videos for the Thunderbird 2 are made for kids, because Thunderbird 2 is still on the cartoon channel. I don't know. What else have I done? All my loot crates, Star Wars helmets and Marvel movie figurine collections are also flagged made for kids. Most of my content going forward now anyway is the hobbyist category of building. So That's how that works. Oh man, that could be a minefield. I better check my demographic. Yes, Fee, you should be all right. I mean, to get a tattoo anyway, you need to be over 18, don't you? So I don't think it's going to be a problem. And it's art as well. But then it gets touchy because a lot of people have been doing like getting dolls and then painting the dolls to make them more sort of like adult orientated or themed. But no, as far as they're concerned, you're playing with a toy. Paul Griffiths, hope you're not sitting in the front row because Matt will think his last has come to see the show. Still waiting for a naughty word. You'll get one, I'm sure. Oh, Mrs. Welder Wayne. I will never grow up. No, I won't. Brian McDonald, they've said Star Wars builds could be child content. I put all of mine, yes, for children. Star Wars, nah, you won't. Brian, you'll be all right. Don't worry about Star Wars. Marvel's different because of the comics. Comics made for kids. Even though we all know that adults have more joy reading comics than kids do. But Star Wars, no, you don't have to worry about Star Wars at all. If you don't have to worry about Minecraft or Roblox, there are some games in Roblox you can't play, but all my kids play Roblox. If you hear how Dan TDM talks to like Dr. Trayaurus, if you're my age, you shouldn't be watching that anyway, because I've got kids. I watch it. It's aimed for kids, so how they can get around it, I don't know. But I think come the 1st of January, that's when all this hits. It's going to be a scary place, YouTube is. So, hi, Rec Lorks, and hello, Brian Phillips. Robert Dibbins, I think it's up to the parents whether to let the kids watch YouTube or not. I don't see why YouTube... Yep, everyone says the same thing, Robert Dibbins. The other thing is that if most parents get their iPad and just give it to their kids. So it's not like the kids have signed in with a 13-year-old's account. What it does mean, as soon as the parents give them the iPad, that to me is consent. So the parents have consented to it. But only a lawyer could figure that one out. But I guarantee the first time someone gets stung, it's going to be a big channel that takes millions. Because the FTC isn't a big department. They need the money. Plus, you think about how many users there are on YouTube. They're not going to fine everyone because they haven't got the resources to chase the fines or the court cases. So something needs to give. But because it's early days yet, after December the 9th, we'll probably have a bit more of an idea. But come 1st of January, I don't know what's going to happen to these kids' channels. I think it's going to have the opposite effect. I said that my kids now are going to be watching mature content. And there's nothing I can do about it. So my how to make a ghost trap vids will be... No, that'll be fine. Anything how-to, Svi, is not kids related. Unless you're putting how to make slime or stuff like that. They've got keywords for you know if something's aimed at 12 or under. Just watch Nick Jr. or what was the other one? Disney Jr. If your content is anything like that, it's made for kids. If it isn't, don't worry about it. But we don't have to worry in the UK, trust me. Mark Smith, how will Coppa affect the R2D2? No, they're not appealing to kids as well, Mark Smith. Star Wars is fine. Star Wars toys, on the other hand, might be a problem. You can't play with them like toys. So, So toy customization will be flagged from now on. Pretty much, Eric, yep. But check your videos. If you are a YouTuber, check your videos. They've already been flagged. If they haven't, then check your demographics like I showed you on mine there. And then you got to make the judgment. They're putting the onus on us because obviously YouTube don't want to be liable. But because it's so ambiguous, no one knows. That's why there's going to be so many. They're not going to fine you straight away. If it's like they're looking for the people that are blatantly making content for kids and flagging it as not for kids so they can get the ad revenue. Trust me. If it's ambiguous to them as well, I don't think they're gonna worry about that too much. Ricardo, yep, it doesn't matter if kids are watching my content. That's the other thing. It doesn't matter at all. It's whether the video is appealing to children. That makes sense. See what I mean? It's so confusing. Burrito, this weekend Dutch Comic Con with Kit. Wow, that'd be cool. Nexus also, they seem to be shutting down channels as well as that are not profitable. Nexus, I heard that Mike Anderson, he texted me to say that he shut his channel down. Everyone's freaking out. The sky is falling. I don't think it's as bad as people think. If you're a child content creator for YouTube, the sky is definitely falling. And I don't know what you're going to do. I suppose you're just sitting on the edge of your seats till December 9th, but who knows? It's like tax law. Ask 5 different lawyers and get 5 different answers. Yep, while it's ambiguous, I'm surprised the lawyer would even answer the question. Because YouTube's policy is that every time I make a video, I need to phone up a lawyer and say, can you watch my video? And can you imagine that? I'd have to pay like £400 per video just for the time of the solicitor. It's unworkable, it's unfeasible, and, you know, there isn't another platform for people to go to. So Vimeo, you'd have to pay. Twitch, don't know. Twitch doesn't keep videos stored either. After 30 days, the videos go. So it's not like you'll have a video library. So, but hopefully that's explained it. It doesn't really affect my channel, to be honest with you. All the videos that I've marked made for kids are old and no one watches them anyway. So, you know, I was even considering deleting them. But no, I've kept them on there, just marked them made for kids. But as a channel as a whole, because you can flag your channel as a whole, if you're unsure how to do that, you just go into settings and then channel and then advanced, and it's on there, and then you put my videos aren't made for kids, and just click that box. So it's that. Oh, hello Vince. Call the plants of line, and the stream is live at 7 AM in Tassie. Hi folks. What's the weather like in Tassie at the moment? Not liking the forest fires going on in New South Wales at the moment. Red City Lego builds, they're on touchy ground because Lego's considered a toy, even though we know it's not. I know more adults that build things than kids, to be honest with you, but the FTC can't get their head around that. Yep, don't worry about Yorkshire Craft. Yorkshire Craft, I've watched your videos. They're just like mine. They're how-to hobbyist videos. So you haven't got to worry about it. How heavy is the Bismarck now? It's quite heavy, but look, it is fitting on that top shelf where the DeLorean is, without the little brace that I used to have in there. So not too heavy. But obviously my channel will lose money because obviously the people that used to do child content ads don't do child content ads anymore because, you know, they won't have a market for it. So so it is. So that's why you will have noticed, and I'm only going to mention it once because I don't want to push it on people, but I do have a Patreon now. And the links for that are always in my videos, and it's also on my header card on YouTube. And every day I upload a behind-the-scenes video of what I've been up to. And perhaps that's a good segue to talk about what I have been up to. I think I've got about 4 videos on there at the moment. Basically, I said I've got some big news for you in 2 weeks' time. That's going to be pushed back for a couple of months, so I can't really tell you what's happening there at the moment, but it is coming. But one of the big things I'm doing, and I did mention it a couple of weeks ago, is I went to a model railway exhibition. Well, I am going to get into model railways, and I'm going to be building one from scratch as a beginner, because I don't know what I'm doing. The trouble is, I haven't got any room in this house to put a model railway anywhere. And if I did, it means putting it in another one of the bedrooms, and when the kids come home, I'll have to move it and stuff like that. I can't do that. So, this was one of my Patreon videos. I'm commandeering my parents' garage. Unfortunately, at the moment, though, my parents' garage is in a bit of a mess. Check this out. Okay, I'm in my parents' garage now, and this is what I've got to clear out. Quite a lot, isn't there? I'm sure I'll be able to do it. It's actually clear. It's a lot. It looks a lot worse than it actually is. But a lot of it's going to go in a loft. There's a loft up there. There's absolutely nothing in the loft. So I could put stuff in there, but basically there's the door, which will always be closed. This whole area here is going to be cleared, and that is where I'm going to start my model railway table, and we'll be able to have chairs here. There will still be stuff on this side of the wall, but you'll never see that in the video. This has got lighting in here, but I will be having studio lights at the top there. There is power in here as well. But yeah, no easy job. There you can see why I'm starting it early, because I've got to clear that out before Christmas and find a home for places. But that is a job that's coming soon. There you go. That's the sort of things that I do on my Patreon channel. But I'm keeping a diary of what I'm doing every day because of what's happening soon. But I can't go into it. It's a pain in the neck. If any of you remember my past streams, I was meant to have an interview with Eagle Moss on the 28th of November. Obviously, that's not happening after my stream free streams back. But there you go. Oh, it's all fun, isn't it? Where are we? Brian McDonald's waiting for his message from the FTC about asking personally about my specific build models seeing as we're in the US, there wasn't anything specific about which videos were flagged. If your videos haven't been flagged yet, Brian, then they're not going to be. So I wouldn't worry too much. I think it's a hold this space until the 9th of December. But what do you think of those behind the scenes videos? I think I've got 4 of them up at the moment. It's quite good. But I've got other things in the work because I need to try and get an income. There's a hint for you. But there we go. I can't tell you yet. So it's because other people don't know. Hello, James. How's California? Vote for Wayne for Prime Minister. Sort out Brexit. Stephen Parks. I could sort out Brexit in 1 second. And I can get all the parties. Now, if you're a Remainer, I shouldn't talk politics because it always upsets. Whether you're a Remainer or a Brexit, we have to leave the European Union. We have to do it, even if it's the wrong thing, because that's what we voted for. If we go out and then want to go back in again, I've got no problems with that whatsoever. But we have to obey the mandate of the will of the people. We can't just like do what the Liberal Democrats want us to do and just pretend it didn't happen and cancel it. It has to be done, and then if we go back in, so be it. Mike Hawkins, do you mean to say videos that no? Mike Hawkins, videos that are aimed at children or appeal to children? It's the appeal one, which is the ambiguous one. So, Neil Collins, have you had a look at Terminator issue 39 yet, Wayne? It's a good one. Not yet, no, but I'm going to be picking mine up from the newsagents. The reason I haven't done any Terminator or Back to the Future videos is because they're all still sitting in my newsagents. I think I've got 3 DeLorean and 3 Terminators to pick up. So, that will happen. The family's all good, Bexac. Weather in Tassie, top of 23 degrees. -2 here at the moment, Vince. Sunshine with a bit of cloud later, currently 13. Got the aircon on low. Well, I've got the back door open, which is probably colder than your aircon at the moment. You'll probably start to see a little icicle dripping from my nose soon. Mega Nico, how's it going? Hey, Wayne, do you think the price of the Fluxbug and Christmas tree will be cheaper? They are pricey, Mega Nico, but remember, each one is individually made, individually painted. So it's not just the cost of goods and the postage, it's also the time and effort to put into that. So I don't think you will see it any cheaper, to be honest with you. Robert Dibbins, what's the world coming to? I was told in models of ours, 8 years old, I'm now 67, it's getting ridiculous. Anything in this hobbyist business is not going to be hit, trust me. I know that for a fact, but I can't tell you why I know that for a fact. Because it's all rolled into... I'm bound by confidentiality at the moment. I can't say anything, so... But there you go. Mrs. World of Wayne, Hugo, Model World, that graph is on YouTube, account details somewhere. It's on analytics and then demographics. That's where that is. What scale are you considering? Brian, well, I'm going to be concentrating on the 00 and N gauge, but the first off is the 00 gauge because the N gauge is far more expensive. The good thing is I haven't got to buy anything because my dad is obviously living there and he's got surplus of everything. But my dad's got Parkinson's and at the moment he goes down the bottom of the garden to a garage there to do all his trains, which is not good for him, especially in this weather. So if I clear that garage out, then we can actually have a father and son area where we're both building these model railways. I think it'd be really good. Plus Corby, they've got a railway group, model railway group called the West Glebe Corby Railway Society or something. They meet Tuesdays and Thursdays. I might have to muck around with a stream soon. I'm going to be joining up with them as well. They were recently on TV on the Great Model Railway Challenge, and I did share that a couple of streams back. So, what about FTC from next year? I think I've mentioned that, Martin. Choo-choo. Do a 4 foot by 8 foot HO scale. The HO scale's not as popular in this country, so it's getting the parts for it. Small enough to not make that much room, so I think 00 scale is probably what I'm going to go for because it's in abundance here. But you're well chuffed. Oh yeah, build a shed, it's easier. That's what he had originally done, but the advantage with using that garage, once it's cleared, I've got room to expand, which I will do, I guarantee it. Oh, thank you, Jason. It's nice having an extra watcher. Your ship's looking good so far. Well, the finishing the launch is going to be a big old video, Jason, but the when I get to actually start on the ship again and doing the planking, I can't wait for that. I think I've answered that, Mega Nico. Any new models out there, Jason? Only the MiG from D'Agostini, which is a 12-pack thing, just like the Victory. I haven't got time to do that yet until I figure out what's going on with the Ecto 1. if it is coming out in January the 22nd or whatever. So, wet and windy here, the weather isn't any better. Mr. Gad, long time no see. Yeah, too right. Darren Firminger, hi Wayne, I'm halfway through the Millennium Falcon. Oh my goodness, bros. You haven't seen nothing yet, Darren. You wait till you get to like last 10 and you're doing that. This thing ran out of batteries. I left it on the other day, which means I've got to take all of this off to get the batteries changed in it. So, but it's a shame that the old Thunderbird 2's gone. I have seen the wooden box replacement mics done for the DeLorean. I'm hoping that Mike, he normally just sends them to me, so I'm hoping he will send me one, Mike, if you're watching this. And then we can get that review, because I think everyone's going to be blown away with that. Yeah, 39 Andy, I do love the MiG. I would be building it as soon as I get confirmation of the Ecto 1, because as I mentioned, my income's drastically being reduced at the moment now, so I've got to think about where things are coming from. Troy, so instead of making a generic no collection of data profile, that is the default setting for YouTube. They're pushing the issue to the creators who aren't collecting the data. Sad YouTube. It is, Troy. The biggest problem as well is that kids are still going to get ads on kids related videos, but they're going to be more generic based. So kids are going to be watching ads about shampoo or cars. I'm sure as a parent, you'd rather them have watching something that actually relates to them. That don't make sense. But what's going to happen is, as I said, they're going to watch mature content, which is, yeah, it is wrong. Nubglummy. Can I just call you Vince Nubglummy Senior? Typically, 17 minutes late and I miss whatever this confidentiality thing is. No idea why you have to be confidential about anything. Because my bosses on my other job don't know. That's all I can say. So, hopefully they don't watch these videos. So. Morning from Australia. What part of Australia, 8 mil visuals? Australia's just had the DeLorean 123 yesterday, getting close to the finish line. And you're not going to do the extensions, because I reckon in about 3 more issues they'll ask you to extend it for the train tracks there. Talking about making extra income and stuff, I've been having fun today. Who watches The Big Bang Theory? I've made a shirt like Sheldon's with the robot droids on it, and I've put it in my store, and it cleared copyright, which is cool. So, look, this is the shirt I've made, which is now in the store. I'm going to get myself one. Absolutely love it. That's in my merchandise store. But yeah, I had a great deal of fun making that, I'll tell you. I might do one for the ships as well, like Sheldon had, but that's in colour. Sheldon's was just silhouettes. So, yeah, Andrew James 272. That's the whole reason what click turned it over the head for me was the Rod Stewart story. And his build's amazing. If you haven't seen that, check out Rod Stewart Model Railway on Google. Wow. Stephen Parks, build it on the Corby bypass. Your train will be faster in rush hour. Tell me about it. Well, I want a train on Saturday from Corby, so hopefully everything's running good. I'm going to have a great time in London. We can't wait. We're staying in Wembley, and then we're going to get the underground from Wembley back to, where are we? The Gielgud Theatre in Soho. That's where we're watching it. It's going to be great. Great Scott. The big deal about the aiming content at children is that some creators make what you think would be a safe video with Disney characters or something, and suddenly they, yep. But that, Great Scott, that's not going to change, is it? Because they're still going to make that content, but just flag it as, well, they're not worried about kids watching mature content. They're worried about kids watching kids content and having their data pulled by Google. And as was mentioned earlier, we don't do that. It's Google to do that. So, I don't know. Hey, Vincent, is there a team of experts that sit and watch every video on YouTube? If so, I want to get paid to do that. No, there isn't. That's what I said. But as one of the FTC spokesmen said, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. They won't target people. They'll be looking at the big YouTubers and trying to make an impression. But it was YouTube that got us all into this mess. This is like Apocalypse 4 now, I think it is. So, I don't know. Have you got your lightsaber working? Yeah, the lightsaber works, Beckzak. I never had a problem with my one. You confused me with someone else. As a matter of fact, on the last stream, or a stream before when I had R2 on, lightsaber was going up and down fine. What is it about the Bismarck you love, Wayne? For me, it's the amount of detail you have to put on it. Colin, yeah, I love that. I also love the way we're building it at the moment, which is a weird way to build a ship. You'd think you'd build the hull first. I think someone else mentioned that in comments, and then build all the decks and bridges upwards. But we're building it from left to right, which is quite interesting. So we can see the wires and the electrics as we go along. But I do love the Bismarck build. But at the moment, the Bismarck and the Victory are by far my favourite builds. Absolutely love them. Carl, you got an email from Zoe. The Ecto one is a 100-part build, but might go up to 141 like Back to the Future. I think it's been confirmed 141 in America, Carl. But what hasn't been confirmed, again, is what date it's coming out in this country. Because they're hiding the fact of that countdown. They've released it and then gone quiet on it. This is the same company, remember, that pulled the DB5 and GTR. So I don't take anything as gospel. Oh, thanks for answering that, Vince, to 8mm visuals. Sheldon would love your train video. God, yeah. Julie Blundell, The Big Bang Theory is my favourite show ever. I still watch them every day and never get bored of them. Well, you can't buy that t-shirt. So, you know, I thought, I'm going to make my own version of it. So I spent all morning and, like, into the afternoon making that so I could get a perfect circular pattern to get everything in there. But most of the, what we got? Let's have a look. We've got Gort, BB-8, Bender, a droid from Phantom Menace, Clank from Ratchet and Clank. We've got all my black hole ones, Eva and Wally and Ed 209, even Bobo from Clash of the Titans in there. Robbie Robot, Transformer. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out every robot. Even Johnny Five was in there that I want. Would you like some locomotives and rolling stuff? I've had some sat in a box for years. It'd be great to see them running on a layout. Mark, I'll take you up on that, but I want to get the track and what I want done first. But I will put a call to arms, I call it, on my channel, Mark. So that would be excellent. My dad's got the whole Flying Scotsman, and he's got some Great Western Railway carriages as well. But yeah, remember, I'm approaching this as a beginner. My dad's a veteran, but I'm from a beginner, which I think will be a good place to start a YouTube video for people that want to start this themselves. So straight away, we're going to be talking about gauges, and then we're going to be talking about the different sort of points you can get, like the electric or the computer controlled or the manual. And we're going to work from that, how to attach the track to the MDF board you're putting it on. And oh, it's going to be fun. But I'm not going to swamp the channel with that sort of thing, but I reckon one video a week to show where we're progressing would be quite a nice little thing. Because I'm captivated by it. I'm absolutely captivated. I go to these train fairs and I'm just like mesmerised at some of the detail. You think the detail on the Bismarck's good. Some of these model railway people, just buy a model railway magazine and you have a look at the detail and it's like, oh my God. And even if you're not interested in it, the techniques of making lakes and water and the techniques of making grass would be beneficial to making dioramas. It's really good stuff. I think it will teach me a lot of valuable lessons, big time. From Sydney, skies red outside for the bushfires. See, my brother's in Brisbane, so but he's got a house in Sydney, so not good, not good at all. You're not going to the Winter Wonderland? No, not going to the Winter Wonderland. We are taking my kids to our version of Winter Wonderland, which is Bay Tree Garden Centre in Spalding, which has been voted like the best Christmas experience in the country. So we do that every year. Get a free Christmas tree. But like, Riley's 11 and Faith's like 9 and they're still seeing Santa. So I see Santa. I am Santa. Oh, take care, Yorkshire Crafter. Any news on Kit? Nothing since the trial, Darren. But hopefully we might hear something. I reckon we'll hear something from abroad first. I hear Italy have got the full version of Iron Man, which I couldn't believe. So I'm keeping an eye on the on Altea. Is that what it's called in Italy? I don't know. Could always be based on the Great Central Railway. Well, I've been looking at track layouts at the moment. I'm probably going to do my own thing, Carl, but I want to have a basic track layout that's already been established and made, and then add on to that, if that makes sense. So, I believe Pete Waterman of Stockhaken and Waterman has the UK's like. Really? I didn't even know any of this, Red City, I tell you. You're not allowed to make money from YouTube because you have a regular job. It's not affecting your job performance, surely. I only work 16 hours a week on my other job, and I can work that whenever I want, Monday, as long as I work it between Monday and Friday. You got the email through to say the Bugatti Veyron is not to be, but we knew that anyway. It's a shame, isn't it? The quality looked good on it, though. Hello, Alex. Oh, Wayne, would the Ecto one be considered child appealing? No, Ghostbusters isn't child appealing, even though it's PG rated. Remember, Jaws is PG rated as well. And the most disgustingly horrible horror film that's walked the earth, Arachnophobia. That's PG as well. I don't like spiders. Metal Mickey. Yeah, you're right. I should have put Metal Mickey on there. Look, you're going to tell me what was missing now. Metal Mickey. God, I should have had Metal Mickey on there. Surprised that shirt passed copyrights. I think the thing was, Troy, that it's taking something and doing something else with it rather than keeping it the same. So if I was to have a large picture of BB-8 or something like that, it wouldn't pass the copyrights. So, great Scott, I should be getting the white walls for the DeLorean next week, but still, my white walls are just sitting somewhere. Where are they? Over there. I don't know what I'm doing with them. They're going to sit there until I can think of something to do. Wait, have you seen the last episode of Star Wars yet? Are we talking about The Mandalorian or the films? I've got tickets to see the... I've heard on Twitter them saying that people are walking out of the Rise of Skywalker trial viewings. But then I thought that Lucasfilm don't do trial viewings, so I don't know if to believe that or not. But I have seen the first 2 episodes of The Mandalorian, and that was wicked. Can you do one for the Bismarck and Hood? Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Don't use MDF. Okay, 12mm plywood framed with 3x1 screwed and glued. Use cork under the track. Pico the way to go. That's interesting. Why don't use MDF? Is it because of attaching things to it? Rather than plywood? I'm just trying to think. Plywood's going to be lighter, isn't it, than MDF? So that, yeah, you probably got a good point there, Steve. See, I'm learning all this. It's all new to me. I've got to clear that garage out first, though. Take care, Mega Nico. Thanks for watching. They say, oh, well, I watch on the road with Bill. I'm very interested. Oh, thanks for that, Dave. I'm interested. I can't wait to get cracking on it. But as you saw earlier, I've got that big job of moving the garage out. We've cleared it out once, and it's got like that in a space of, isn't that right, Mrs. Wildaway? In about 3 months, it's got like that. Colin Walker made a couple of dioramas using skills from model railway vids. See? There you go. Where are we? Bob can't understand the logic in today's worldwide community. Why models like the DB5 and Ecto are available in some places but not others? All to do with licensing. I know that Hachette got the licensing for the Terminator build from California, but for Europe. So I'm guessing either someone had the rights for it in America, so they couldn't get it, or it's too expensive. But as I do mention, Hachette, as a company, not the part work side of it, is your biggest publishing company in America, so it doesn't make sense. You pick up any book from the airport, any of your American airports, and look who the publishers are, I'll bet you it's Hachette. They should not have used women Ghostbusters. I think they've learnt their lesson on that, Darren, with Ocean's 8 and all the other ones where they've just replaced the cast with women. It doesn't work. They need originality. That's what's sadly lacking now. There's no originality anymore, is there? Vince, Amiable Visuals get replacements for 116. We're talking about the lights, are we? For the top. I just cut mine off. I did send them to someone. As a matter of fact, see, this is where I help the community. Someone emailed me from Canada about selling, you know, the Bismarck, these little J3 things that went under the radar that pinged off. Well, I redid mine, but I've still got some stuck to them, which are the right way round. So I've sent that to you if you are watching this. So that one's gone to Canada. Richard Chisholm, who won the Iron Man helmet last week, he's received that fine. If you look on Twitter, he's over the moon with that, so that's good. What else? And Jim Billy Bob, I've posted out your wearer screwdrivers, so they should be with you soon. I'm a busy man, aren't I? Eric Vincent, he said, I can't really read that, can I? Hopefully that one, because that's a spoiler. I can't give spoilers for something that doesn't come out in the UK till March. Darren Smith, nothing wrong with having Ghostbusters women, just a shame the script missed the target. Yep. MDF don't go well with moisture. There'll be no moisture in there, Mike. The garage is basically holding all of their prized possessions, so I hope there is no moisture in there. It is quite insulated well. K9, yep, that weren't there. He's Robert's Robot, Westworld. Oh, look at them all. Yes, your dad's put loads of crap back in it. But you've called it frap. You need to call it crap, Mrs. Welderwayne. I've got to mature my channel up. I've got to occasionally put the odd swear word in there. Although is crap swear? We've argued about this before. I don't think crap's a swear word. Just ordered the big. Must remember to tell the wife. Nah, you don't need to tell the wife, Steve. Why did you sell the Thunderbird 2? Because A, I'm not a Jerry Anderson fan. B, it's still kid orientated, and I don't really want kid orientated stuff. Compared to Star Wars and Thunderbird 2, which one is currently on the cartoon channel? As in the junior cartoon channel, not Star Wars. Thunderbird 2 is. Because I don't know if you know that the Thunderbird 2, they basically turned it into like a Pixar kind of animation thing and been putting it on there. So no more puppets or anything like that anymore. But it has still got that audience, which I don't really want to appeal to. The new Charlie's Angels reboot was a complete flop, and it was blamed on men going to see Marvel movies. I saw the advert. The only thing that appealed to me about that, Eric, was Patrick Stewart in it. But yeah, I want to see that. It wasn't that long ago that we had the Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, and Cameron Diaz one. Herman Forey, hi Wayne, love your channel on the DeLorean, but I'm going home to South Africa from the USA, so I won't be building it for 4 months before I come back again. Oh wow, that's a journey and a half. Steve Randall, pins don't go well on MDF. Ah, right. I've done model railways for 55 years. HO gauge. MDF dust is tot sticks. I knew about MDF dust because I made a MDF desk in my old house. And yeah, it is bad. But yeah, plywood will be cheaper as well, which I'm quite happy about. But well, I need to think about that's another side of it, because if I'm going to be demonstrating this at exhibitions as well, I'm going to need something that I can take apart and light and get in a car. But no, thank you for that advice. That's excellent. You can get moisture resistant MDF. MDF's quite dense, so I can see what Steve said about the pins not going in well. I don't want to be hammering things in, and I don't want to be gluing everything either. Robert Dibbons, I can do. I need to get some really good designs for that though. The $6 million man. What, you talking about robots, Carl? He wasn't a robot, he just had bionics. He was more of a cyborg. Buck Rogers' robot was in there, wasn't it? Oh, it wasn't, no. Oh, I did have a picture for that. Oh well. Twiggy. I can't remember his name. They said crap in Neighbours the other day. I was shocked. Not that I watched Neighbours, honest. I used to be glued to Neighbours in the 80s, but yeah, I sort of fell off the board. I used to love Neighbours. Just remember, it's the 22nd in Australia, so happy 30th anniversary, is it? Wow. Happy anniversary, Back to the Future. Yeah, you're like 9 hours ahead depending on where you are, isn't it? That means it must be like really early morning in Australia. Or wow, you guys are up early. Red City, so regards the railway, do you think it will lead to scale modelling as in buildings, etc.? Will you be No. Scale modelling buildings as well, Red City. I want to do everything from scratch, including mountain ranges with the chicken wire and the funny plaster of Paris stuff you use to... Oh, there's so much. It's such a busy world that... Oh, I don't know. What does that mean? I don't get what that means. Why, Oh, I'm glad you picked that up. I can't think for the life of me why it put your message in review, Vince. I just saw it come up on the screen and I didn't understand that. And now I've lost myself reading that. I don't know where it's gone. Where's it gone? There we go. Your DeLorean builds on hold till Model Mods put out the replacement circuit board. Yeah, I've seen them mucking around with a new circuit board. Yeah, the close-up of your one didn't look too healthy, did it? I did have a spare circuit board, you know, Vince, but someone had already had it. And Vince, I'm sending you something out, but I haven't been able to do it yet because I've got a relative who's going to Australia. And postage costs for what I want to send are stupid at the moment. Absolutely stupid. So watch this space on that one. Is there a new Star Wars cartoon out now or coming out soon? Yeah, there is. But the best person to speak to that would be Dave Bryan. Because I don't know what it is. I haven't watched any of the Rebels or Clone Wars or anything like that. There were robots in 6 million. I don't remember that. It's been a long time. Back when that was on, I was still watching BJ and the Bear. 7:43 to watch your stream. Are you eating your breakfast? Hey, you're a buck, bitty, bitty, bitty. What about Data? He's an android. You can't have androids in a robot shirt. Take care, Darren. What else? I've got something here. I see. I line up things on OBS that I was going to talk about and stuff, but I think I've gone for everything I was going to talk about on that channel, so that's all good. Will you go DC or DCC? Probably DCC, but I'm going to experiment with all of it. I said I've got my dad helping me as well, but I said he can't do the detail anymore, so I'm having to do things myself. But if you are going to watch my model railway thing, it is going to start really basic and elementary. As I said, talking about track and stuff, and then actually watching us build. And I mean, I've got big plans for it, but I need more time to do that. I need a lot more time. So, hello, Thomas. What are you watching me for? What's Charlotte up to? Don't tell me she's watching me as well. Thomas Hines is like my future son-in-law. I'm sure you're not going to mind me saying that, are you, Thomas? I'll get in trouble now. Charlotte's going to slap me. You think Mrs. Rhoda Wayne thinks it went into review because you mentioned the word died? No, Mrs. Rhoda Wayne, YouTube want us to start using more mature content. We're not allowed to appeal to kids. We're not allowed to show kids content on the screen. No kids content at all on the screen. I like frogs. You're being flagged. You're suspicious. That's why, Vince. Andreas, hello, Wayne. Greetings from Guten Abend, Deutschland. Great to see you live. How are you? Ich bin gut. Es tut mir aber leid. My German ain't what it used to be. I used to really like the old Blockbuster Deutschland geschlossen. That's all I used to say. Always thanks for the great videos. I enjoy making them. I haven't made as many this week, but you will get a treat because they've already scheduled to post over the next 3 days. So when I am in London and not here, you people are going to get videos. And I think they're getting released at 8 o'clock every morning. So if you're waking up late, you'll have a video waiting for you. And I think there's probably going to be 2 Terminator and 1 DeLorean. I think that's how it be. So, I mean, I don't know where we got up to with the Terminator. That would be 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. I think I've got coming. Something like that. I'm picking them up tomorrow anyway, so we'll get that done. Star Wars Resistance. Thank you, Adam. That's what it is. What about Dishwasher the Robot? The Scutters from Red Dwarf or Crichton. I can't fit all that. I'd need a scarf, I think. Not a t-shirt. No, Rosie from the Jetsons wasn't on there. Oh, my God. It's very sunny in Western Australia. So Western Australia is like, was it 3 hours behind Sydney? 4 hours? I don't know. Australia is such a big country. People don't realise when you fly over from like England to Australia and you touch like the western shores of Australia and you think, hey, I'm in Australia, not long now. It's still like another 6 hours to Melbourne. So it's such a big country. Just enjoying the stream. Just watching me chat and chilling out. I am literally chilling out because the back door's open. I'm not going to shut it and it is like -2 snow out there. You know what, Bob? I'd love to do a Hogwarts train layout because like we went to Scotland in August, just gone. And I wanted to take Mrs. Rhoda Wayne to the Glenfinnan Monument because that viaduct there and the whole lock is what Hogwarts sits on. And where the Hogwarts Express goes. But there was a massive car accident, which we almost got caught in. Luckily, I managed to turn the car around. But the we still haven't been there, and I want to take her to see that. But yeah, I'd love to make a viaduct with the mountains behind it, and perhaps a lot. Oh, it'd be great. But I don't want to build a model railway where a train just goes backwards and forwards on a thin bit of track. I'd like it to be able to go round and be able to be parked up somewhere with a tunnel and a bit of gradient, and I'll be happy. Thank you, David Tidbury. Reaper 6526. I have a massive 00 gauge set in the cupboard for years. Just got rid last month. Oh my god! And I'm just getting into it. But saying that, my parents used to have loads of railway stuff, and they got rid of it. And then my dad got back into it, so he had to buy it all again. There's no chance of any of you missing Wayne. You'll be flooded with him. Yeah, you'll get sick and tired of me after a while. Did you notice that normally when I start my streams, it's like, hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world, it's the world of Wayne. But 2 days ago, I'm like, good morning, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, yeah, I'm a little bit too energetic for 5 o'clock in the morning. But Mrs. World of Wayne don't like that, because if I get up early, she can't sleep if I'm not upstairs. So I'm coming downstairs making my racket, trying to build things. Yeah, she don't like that at all. Alex, did you see the new YouTube terms and conditions where our content, where they could delete a channel out would if it isn't commercially viable? No? I wouldn't worry. While people are viewing channels, it's not going to be a problem. They're just trying to weed out all of the robot channels that do the robot, the spam channels, the channels that just re-upload content, the channels that are aimed at kids that aren't for kids, and the other way around. But I don't know. When's the next model show at the NEC? Have you any ideas? No, I don't actually, Robert. I'll keep my eye open for that. We got a big one in. We used to have a massive railway, one of the biggest in the country, in Wood Green Animal Shelter in Huntingdon. Now that stopped last year, and they moved it to Kettering, which is just down the road from me. So that's going to be around about June next year, I think. I'll have to ask my nephew, because he's actually the manager there. But that's a massive show. Phoebe wants to say hi. She can bloody wait. There's another swear word. She can bloody wait. Do a second t-shirt with all the suggestions from everyone. I'll buy both. It'd just be a whole hickledy-pickledy mess. I'd be tempted to throw in some giggles if I was making a model railway. DeLorean on the tracks, Ghostbusters fire station. Oh no, that's the whole point, Sphere. You have to have things in there which have got a meaning. In the Great Model Railway Challenge, the team from Corby, they were told to theme a Jurassic World. Okay, so they had a train going around like dinosaurs and all that, and they had some tar pits. And in the tar pits, they put the Turpits, the sister ship to the Bismarck. Silly things like that. I think it's great. You should watch it. If you're in the UK and you get 5 on demand, or 5, I think that's what it's called now, 5 HD, you can watch there's 2 series of it. You can watch 2 series of it. Again, captivating. That show, me and Mrs. World of Wayne, we love that show. We used to love Face Off. If you ever saw that, which is the makeup challenge and the sculptures, and that went on for about 14 seasons. But by far our favourite programme, Forged in Fire, on the History Channel. That's a great show. I like all of this stuff, making things. I never thought I was like that when I started the YouTube channel, trust me. It's only since starting that very first video of filming the eclipse in March 2015, I think it was, that the channel changed to completely. I never intended this channel to be a modelling channel. Trust me, I never intended. This is the way it's gone. So, you know, fate. Let fate decide. Phoebe wants to say... Can we see Phoebe? Yes, I'll get her in a second. You have a viewer from Russia. Watch you and learn English. Soon the room will need more. Vitali. You don't want to learn English from me. Remember, I'm an Australian, because I was born in Adelaide, South Australia, who moved to London and got his London core blimey gov. I got a pain in me Gulliver accent. Then moved to Essex geese, isn't it? And now I'm living up in Northamptonshire, which I don't even know what that accent is. Actually, I live in Corby, which is like 85% Scottish. The Russian bot channels. Speaking of Thunderbirds 2, shh. You just finished pack 10 or 12, still getting it slightly cheaper via your old discount code. Pretty much pays the postage. I don't know what discount code I've got for the victory, but I'm getting each pack for 20. They're supposed to be taking $44.99 out the account every month for 2 years, but I'm getting it for $29.99 a month. So that's cool. The next big model train show at the NEC is this week. No way, Chris. I'm not here. I'm in London. Oh, God. Is that the same time every year, Chris? Because I'll have to pencil that in if it is. Wait, let me know next time you go Model A show in Corby. I may come along. That's always October, Alex. So, yeah, come along. They had the team that was on the TV there. That was excellent. $6 Million Man episode, Day of the Robot. I don't remember that. I used to have a $6 Million Man on LP with a story with Oscar Goldman and stuff. Oh, here we go. Tragedy that you can say I can't even say paleontology. I can, paleontology. Tragedy. Did you notice as soon as I tried to speak that word, my tongue just tied up? No good at tragedy, straggedy, and supple. Subtle. If something's subtle and supple, I get the words confused big time. Yeah, Face Off was an excellent show. But when you mention Face Off to people, they think you mean the Nicolas Cage, John Travolta film. But no. This was a show about makeup, sculpting and stuff. Brilliant show. You almost went off Face Off. Face Off UK? There was a Face Off UK? No, you always went on Face Off. I didn't even know there was a Face Off UK, Svi. You've just opened my eyes. I didn't know. We've only ever watched the American one. Try learning English off of Geordie. It's not easy. A champion. Back a Grove. The Geordies have got a funny old accent, ain't they? I don't want to upset everyone around. I don't like the Manchester accent. All right. Good money. The Liverpool accent's just brilliant. I love the Liverpool accent. And the Brummies have got the great accent as well. But you can't beat... every time you read Lord of the Rings now, it's always got to be that Gloucestershire accent. I ain't no eaves at Bag End, and that's a fact. Come on, Mr. Frodo. Looking forward to the next Build the Terminator build. Yep, so Peter, we're going to have a Build the Terminator out tomorrow. One Saturday, DeLorean Sunday. See you later, Bexac. Thanks for watching. Yes, it's roughly this time every year. Right, I'll have to pencil that in then. So it's late November. That's cool. Do you know what halls that's in, Chris? Is it just taking up one hall? Is it in more than one hall? Because Insomnia's normally in it halls 1 to 4. That gives me an idea of size. If I strike a pose, could do modelling. Vogue. I would have the Bismarck firing the big guns at the local steam train station. Would love to a model run one of the cars from Greece. Met John Travolta in Brisbane the other week. The clear bonnet. Is he still flying the Qantas jets out there, 8 mil? Because he's a pilot for Qantas, isn't he? One of the cars from Greece. That'd be quite cool. You know what car I really like? No one really talks about it. The what is it? It's a Ford, I think, but it's Ralph Macchio's car from the Karate Kid, that yellow one. And I know they gave him that car after filming. So he's still got it today. Wayne, what is a kangaroo? Geordie's stuck in it. Wayne, if you're ever in the States, check out Roadside American in Pennsylvania on Route 78. They have the O-Gauge Railway that is the size of a warehouse. Whoa. That'd be pretty amazing. I want to go to Pennsylvania because Mrs. Welder Wayne knows it's on my bucket list. I love the American. Look, I'm an Australian guy living in Britain who loves the American Civil War. So I want to go to Gettysburg and stuff and Washington and I want to see all of that area. Well, if you're in Wales, you would need subtitles. Leaks. Wales is a nice place. Try being from Coventry. Even we don't know what our accent is. And we have batches, not cobs or baps. I used to be in Coventry for the Insomnia Gaming Festival, Andrew, because they held it at the Rico. But now Coventry City Football Club don't play at Coventry City Stadium. And the Wasps still play there, don't they? But Coventry City Football Club are now playing at St Andrews in Birmingham. And like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, they were playing in Northampton. They need to sort that crap out. Oh, there's another swear word. Ford Mustang from the Karate Kid. Is that what it was? The yellow car? Or was there another car? I just love the car. It's in Hall 5, right? I know where that is now. Thanks for the symphony. We found another word, people. Thanks for the symphony. Thanks for the sympathy. There we go. Hachette did a big 00 model railway. Think I still have that? Really? I wasn't aware of that as well. See, this came back because Vince is doing the Nub. What is your name here? Nub Glummery Senior. Vince was telling me about building the Japanese C57 steam engine, and I had my eyes on doing something like that. But then I went to this show and I thought, you know what? There's so much detail in a model railway. I need to get into that big time. So that's what I did. What do you think 2020 will bring us in the model world? Well, hopefully Ecto 1 will come out because the DeLorean's finished. D'Agostini. They really need to build something. Just trying to think. Now, D'Agostini this year had the camper van. That was their big thing, wasn't it? And the Beetle. Did they have the Beetle as well? I don't think there's been much, has there? So, that's a shame. I reckon D'Agostini needs something big. Perhaps build BB-8. That could be fun. Life-size BB-8. I haven't seen it yet. Could be done. Could be done. I'd like someone to do a NASCAR build. Great Scott. I was in Vegas and they had a NASCAR there without the engine taken on, which is more like a model. If you've ever been to Vegas in the past, it was at the Sahara and they propped it up on its side so you could actually move the car. I think that went to the scrap. Lovely car though. Don't start with Coventry City Football Club. Oh, bless. I remember the days Coventry City Football Club were in Division 1 when there was no Premiership. What happened? Dear, oh dear. Rather than going to work in Eastleigh to meet up my mate, you and Mrs. World Away should come to where I live. We've got a gorgeous steam railway here. Oh, in Eastleigh? Yeah, I've been to the Eastleigh railway station. Is it near that? Or is it in that station? I went to get the train home from Portsmouth once, and of course the lines were crap between there and Hazelmere and Guildford. What way does it go? It went to Fratton, Cosham or something, I don't know. Then Hazelmere, Woking, all of those places. Anyway, the line was crap, so they took me the long way round. So I went to Eastleigh and Basingstoke, and I don't know. It took hours. I remember that. But last time I came down there where you weren't there, we drove because we were on our way to Stonehenge. But I need to get down there. There's no way I'm getting down before Christmas now. We've got so much planned. But I want to go to the Victory again. There's so many things I haven't taken pictures of that I need to get pictures of. And I took over 500 pictures last time of it. Crazy. I watched the Model Railway Challenge. What an eye-opener that was. Scratch Build Challenge was a great part. It was amazing to see what people could do with everyday items. Yeah, there was, wasn't it? They showed me some of that, especially the videotape one. Did you see that? Where they're making things just out of a video cassette and pulling the film out. The C57 is an absolute horror to build. Say it as it is, Vince. Using all glues they recommend, bits kept falling off and taking the paint with them. That's not good. I think it was the size of 4 Falcon plans put together. Oh my God. That's pretty much the size of the Bismarck plans that I had up on the wall there from Hashett's original build. Brian McDonough, even the area I live has history plaques for Civil War. I live where Daniel Webster never went, yet named after him. Are you going now, Brian? Sorry. Thanks for letting me know that, Brian. I still think Optimus Prime build would be awesome. An actual working Transformer, Mark. Can you imagine how much trouble that would cause? We can't even get the wheels to go down on the DeLorean properly. There was a gas station near Atlanta Motor Speedway that had one of Dale J. Really? Oh my God. If you like the Karate Kid, watch the new Cobra Kai on YouTube. You'd love it. Anubis. Not only have I watched all the Cobra Kais, but I binge watched them the second they came out. And then I met all the stars from it at the last London Film and Comic Con. So if you look at my Facebook feed, you'll see that I've got pictures with William Zabka. Oh, it's great. I love Cobra Kai. I love the Karate Kid. It's by far my favourite film. The 1984 Karate Kid, not the Jaden, what's his name, Smith one. Oh. Jackie Chan should have done better in that. Wayne, do you know where the word corkhead comes from? No. Corkhead. No. You need to watch the film The Railway Children with Jenny Agutter. Marks? Mods? I think I've seen that years ago. The Orville would be an awesome build. That's been renewed for another season, hasn't it? So that'd be good to go. What have you heard about Ghostbusters already released? Well, the Ghostbusters cars came out in France, in America, and watch this space for this country at the moment. Any update? Nothing on the DB5 either, and I've still got stuff down here to build for that. But the Diecast Club are what is separate from Eagle Moss, and I think they are planning another release on it. But with the rigmarole on how much money they must have lost recently on that, I can't see it happening. I really can't, Paul. Remember, this was released like 7 years ago, 8 years ago already. So I don't know. Art by Vince. That's better. No, you can advertise as well. Is this easier when using my unused business account now? Love Glummy Senior was created long before you had to start saying it repeatedly on chat. Art by Vince. That's much easier. Vince is the person responsible for the caricature you see on my mugs. The one where I'm got a massive grey beard, and one where we were just talking about it earlier, where I got a black beard, fixing the R2D2. And that still makes my family laugh. I remember first showing them that, and they're like, "Oh my god." Wax on, wax off. I wonder if I can do this. Hang on a second. I'm going to try something. I don't know if this is going to work, but with OBS, I can program things while I'm talking to you. So, theoretically, if this works, if I go to that one, and then that one there, stand by, that one. Okay, and then if we click on a transition.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, I've even got that as a soundbite. That's brilliant how that works, isn't it? Are you going for the Love of Sci-Fi in Manchester in December? My December calendar, Palo, is completely and utterly full. There's no way I'm going to get time to do anything. I've got my kids this year for Christmas. They weren't with me last year, so I've got my kids for Christmas this year as well. That's why it's quite a big deal this Christmas. But then that means my New Year, I'm not really doing anything for New Year. So, the 1948 Ford Super Deluxe Club convertible. That sounds like it. I knew it was a Ford, Chris, but yeah, lovely car. It's probably worth a heckload of money. The Ghostbusters movie with the women was on a few weeks back, and I had to watch it just to say that I'd seen it. Oh my god, never again. What total rubbish. Very poor acting. I was like that with Star Wars The Last Jedi. I booked tickets to see the midnight showing of Rise of Skywalker, but I really hope it's good. I really do. But I'm not holding my breath. I've got no passion to watch it. Like the passion I had to see The Force Awakens was completely and utterly destroyed by The Last Jedi. So I really am hoping it's going to be good. Oh, thank you, Matthias. But I mean, the big films I can't wait to see. I want to see the new Bond film. I think that's next year, isn't it? We're off to see Home Alone in the cinema Christmas Eve. That's going to be good. Next Thursday, I'm off to see Perfect Laughter, which is a National Theatre production with Andrew Scott, who played Moriarty in Sherlock. And I think it's that time, because I can hear her, that Phoebe wants to come up. So. She'll be up in a minute. Yeah, she's probably outside. I'm waiting to hear the patter of feet. Phoebe! There's a 45-second delay on the stream at the moment, which is why Mrs. World Wayne probably can't hear Phoebe. But she'll be up in a minute. I still reckon Last Story was designed to put us off the plot, but they did such a good job, they put us off. Ah! Cokehead comes from the Isle of Wight because that's what they used to pop between the boards of the ship's cock. Well, right, I didn't know that. Greetings from your neighbouring county, Buckinghamshire. Do we neighbour Buckingham? We do, don't we? We've got Northamptonshire. See, it's funny, where I live, if you go a mile down the road, you're in Leicestershire. If you go a further mile down the road, you're in Rutland. So I can go through 3 counties in like the space of like 3 miles. Director of The Force Awakens, he is. It's J.J. Abrams doing The Rise of Skywalker, but he's got to rectify the mistakes of Rian Johnson. But see, this is what Dave. If you're watching this, I'm gonna call you out. I remember Dave Bryan, who does the Life of Brian channel. He's a massive Star Wars fan, and he's got Ones with the Force podcast. He came out of The Last Jedi saying he hated it. It's like the worst film he ever saw. And then on the rewatch, he said it was good. But yeah, on the rewatch, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse for me. And I don't think I watched it. I watched it at the cinema, and then I watched it on DVD, and I don't think I watched it since. So, yeah, not good. Tried Disney Plus to see Mandalorian. Saw 2 episodes and cancelled. Everything else other than kids stuff is for Disney's back catalogue going back to the 50s. I figured that's what it was going to be, Wayne. But did you see that fact I put at the start about the they can't show Star Wars? This one. Because they sold the rights. So that's not going to appear on Disney Plus until 2024. But I think that's all I'll watch it for, The Mandalorian. And The Mandalorian's only 8 episodes. But the last episode is the same director who did Thor Ragnarok, who plays Korg. So that'll be an interesting one to watch. There's theatres here in the US that are going to show all 9 Star Wars movies in a marathon for release. They can't show all 9. They need to show Rogue One and Solo as well. I've been doing a rewatch. I'm up to Rogue One. So I've got to watch Rogue One, and then I've got like 5 more to watch. Oh, God, that means I've got to watch Last Jedi again. I think the new Bond movie will dive given the fact that Craig Daniel didn't want to do it. Shame because he's the best one. You reckon he's... See, I always say Bond films are the era you were brought up in. Loads of people prefer Sean Connery. I'm a Roger Moore fan. I like Roger Moore. I didn't get on with Timothy Dalton. I liked Pierce Brosnan. I'm a bit indifferent to Daniel Craig. Well, we definitely adult content today. Cokehead shipcocks covering my dog's eyes at the moment. I want to know where my dog is. Phoebe! I'm multi. Oh. So I'm calling Phoebe while Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's taking Phoebe for a walk. So basically, I'm whistling to absolutely no one. Mark Mods, well, we watched the midnight showing of The Last Jedi, and I think I got to the point where was it? I think the blue milk out the bosoms of that creature, him throwing the lightsaber away, and then where was the other bit? I think when they burnt the Jedi tomes, and I was just sitting there thinking, oh my God, this is god awful. And then I was hoping it was because I was tired. And then I came out and I said to my son, because Mrs. Rhoda Wayne and my son was there, I was like, that was awful. That was god awful. What have they done? Oh, and the whole blimmin' Mary Poppins bit with Leia. I was like, no. 100 times no. You tried multitasking once, had a nosebleed. Well, hopefully she's done all the ironing today, Sophie, as well. I'm sure she didn't hear me say that. She's walking the dog. Wayne, they had a lot of Star Wars on Disney Plus. Mandalorian was okay, good show, but not enough to hold a monthly payment. How much is it in America, just out of curiosity, Wayne? How many dollars is it to subscribe to that? Andrew James, the Mandalorian, half man, half DeLorean. That's good. Timothy was only because NBC wouldn't release Pierce Brosnan from Remington Steele. I didn't know that. George Lazenby was good for his little 1 episode as well. But then Sean Connery never should have come back for Never Say Never Again. Not Never Say Never Again. That was the one that wasn't it. He should have come back for Diamonds Are Forever. Because I didn't like that film. Actually, I think the worst Bond film I've seen was the Daniel Craig's, the last one, Spectre. That was god awful. David Bassett, I had a friend who made an exhibition layout of the old Great Western Railway branch line at Loudwater. It's a little station between High Wycombe and Bourne End that park closed in 1972 post-Beeching. Oh, I used to work in High Wycombe, you know, David. I used to have an office when I worked for Blockbusters in High Wycombe. Issue 1, too many builds. Hey, has anyone noticed that all my new builds like the Terminator, Bismarck, probably the Apollo 11 and all that, I don't refer to it as issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, issue 4 anymore. I refer to it as part 1, part 2, part 3, or stage 1, stage 2. The reason being is because issue translates to problem in every single language. So what people see who aren't English speaking people is like, build the DeLorean, problem 1. Build the DeLorean, problem 2. So that's why I refer to it as part now. $6.95 monthly. I don't suppose that's too bad, actually. But again, if it's content you're not going to watch, are you really going to pay $6.95 to watch The Mandalorian? I think we got 2 episodes of Mandalorian coming up this week or something. I know they're racing them out. I'm going to slap you for your chauvinistic irony. You shouldn't have been able to hear that, Mrs. Wilder Wayne, because of the wind and the snow and the cold and the rain and the cold. Here she comes. Phoebe! Phoebe's coming. She's just come back from her walk. I just said about Lazenby. Come here. Oh my God, you still got your lead on. People want to say hello. She's just been on a walk, haven't you? You've been on a walkie. Did you see any cats? Did you? Now, Phoebe's looking in this direction this time because she's on the screen over here. So, her lead is just down the thing. Are you all right, little lady? Say hello to everyone. Hello. Hello. You're a good little girl, ain't you? Sean Connery and Zagora sucked, but love him in Bond. Sean Connery was good in Time Bandits. You seen that film? That's a great film. Bill DeLorean sounds pretty accurate. Yeah, perhaps I should have left it the way it was, Vince. Pretty correct with D'Agostini, issue after issue. They're the Phoebes. Ah, who's a good little lady, eh? Go that way. That way. Want to say something to the microphone? Look, what's this? This. There you go. She's gone and sniffed everywhere. The narcoleptic tinkerer. Hello. You're so ill. You went to bed after getting home from work. It's taken me 3 hours to get out again. What's wrong? You haven't had a migraine, or is it a flu? You know what? I've just realised it's time to wrap up. So, I said I'm not here this weekend, but there will be videos coming out. So tomorrow, Terminator, but that won't be out till probably about midday-ish sort of time. Then in the morning from 8 o'clock, you'll have another Terminator on Saturday and a DeLorean on Sunday, which means another Terminator on Monday. So loads of things coming out. I hope I've cleared up everything with the Coppa situation. Not really going to affect the channel, but my income is going to drop from YouTube. Obviously, I've got a part-time job anyway that I boost my wages up, but I have got a Patreon now, which is linked on the header page, where I do a behind the scenes pretty much every day except for weekends about what's going on in my life and the channel. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything. So thank you so much for watching. I haven't got a clue how to stop the stream on this one, but I'm going to give it a go, and I will be speaking to you again in 2 weeks on Thursday. Other than that, you'll see my videos from tomorrow.